giving them my time and viewership, and they can't even manage to take this game seriously. Oh, never change, chat. Oh, here we go. This is a pushing hero. This is a hero that is like kind of just gone. I don't think I've seen a single Beastmaster. He is, I think, another one of those victims of the 2-1-2 laning setup, and he's just been nerfed like every single patch for the past like 10 patches. But you know what? Beastmaster has this little ability that gives you a little bit of extra attack speed. When you're talking about attack speed for a Drow Ranger, a Storm Spirit, and a Weaver, oh, things are going to be coming at you fast, and they are going to hit very, very hard. And plus, he just has axes versus Broodmother, which I believe don't kill off the big spiders, but should just insta-kill the small ones, assuming the levels are relatively even there. Look at this. We got a DK from Yawar, and that matchup is you know, not bad. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Okay, so it's going to be a mid Beastmaster. And, of course, he's going to be playing that Drow Ranger. So we have ourselves a little bit of a shuffle here from the EG side. Just a bit. But it is going to be that support Weaver, who, again, is not really going to be, you know, supremely answered, although definitely this DK pick makes it a little bit better. What's going on here? MSS Tusk and SVG Ogre Magi. This is like normal. This is normal stuff from Forward Gaming. It's been a long time since I've been able to see MSS play the Tusk. Dude is actually just nasty on that hero. And I'm seeing mostly threes, actually. You guys did it. You got around the voting system, and you wrote in 3. Well done, chat. You've outsmarted me this time, but I'll get you yet. Yeah, MSS is just absolutely sick on the Tusk. I'm not really sure how useful that's actually going to be. Like, pressuring the Storm Spirit is something that Tusk used to do. Like, that's used to be, like, expressly his job. Because Storm pre-6 has no game at all versus Snowball. Like, you set up 1 Remnant, and you return that small amount of damage versus Tusk, but then you just get killed, like, immediately afterwards. So, yeah, we may get to see a little bit of that, depending on how seriously Forward actually take this game. Again, keep in mind, guys, that this is game 2 in the best of 3 series between these two teams. EG have already claimed victory once, and the admin just simply forgot to check the little yellow tab thing. We can see, I said before, Weaver, all you have to do is get some minus armor. Bloodstone already up. And this is more or less like a standard build for a Weaver, for a Sport Weaver. And the fact that it goes so well with this draft from EG, where they're just kind of looking to be aggressive all the time, I mean, that's just kind of icing on the cake. I'm getting, like, all of these messages, and I think, actually, if I just turn on Discord again, I have, like, anxiety for Discord and missing messages, because you don't want to do that, guys. You don't want to do that at all. What is going on mid? Are we splitting the lane? Dual lane mid? So Jack was actually on a call and might have had some words with them between games. Is this gonna be... This might actually be Forward taking this seriously then. Like, again, I'm pretty sure they were drafting half seriously with no intention of playing seriously, but, you know, you never know, man. Bounty runes for right now. Forward 3-1. Already looking pretty good for Forward. We might actually have a real game here, guys. We may actually have a real game. And taking a look at this draft, like, in a serious fashion, Forward Gaming have the ability to apply a lot of pressure to these softer cores with the Tusk and the Ogre Magi. And if they're going to play seriously, then they can definitely get away with it. If you shard, again, the Storm Spirit or the Drow Ranger, they're kind of just SOL. And a DK to add on top of that with eventually his stun a little more damage. Centaur can do the exact same. It's definitely a pretty solid combo. Granted, not one that we often see that much, but just look at these matchups. Resolution is, yeah, going to go up against an Undying, which is no fun for anyone, but this is probably the worst possible matchup for Drow Ranger, even though Undying is going to be doing his best to give them a little bit of aid there. This is an absolute nightmare for Drow Ranger. She doesn't appreciate this whatsoever. Over in the mid lane should be a pretty close one. I don't expect anyone to be dying over in mid lane. Probably both sides just getting pretty much identical amounts of CS. And over in bottom, this is actually a pretty interesting one because Crit's Blightstone is actually going to be doing a lot of work here. Granted, Ogre Magi has already just a trillion armor, so maybe not killing Ogre Magi with any physical damage anytime soon. But Centaur Warrunner doesn't really have much armor. He has double Stout Shield, though. This dude is ready to take some shots from this Weaver, and that is exactly what he's going to do. But, you know, you get that Blightstone. Already axes are leveled up, and that is physical damage. So that's some combo. Again, I'm not really sure if it's going to be enough to kill off an Ogre Magi and a Centaur Warrunner combo, because that's, you know, a lot of fat to grind through. I cannot really think of a fatter lane to try to kill off. But if anything is going to do it with physical, it's going to be this combo. We can already see Sumail also picking up that Inner Beast Aura. And this is actually pretty cool because it just constantly shoves the lane, and then Arteezy shows up. He's like, F that Broodmother lane, I am not participating. And this is going to be much better. Beastmaster doesn't love playing against Broodmother either, but you know, he at least can clear out those Spiderlings. And he's maybe going to try, thinking about it, throws out completely invisible axes. I think it's seriously going to be invisible this entire game. That is going to be such a pain. Resolution is just going to go right back in. So, yeah, it's just going to be musical chairs between top and bottom. And in the meantime, S4 is just going to be having a pretty good time up against Yawar. Things will get better for the Storm Spirit as time progresses. Yeah, the minus damage from the Breathe Fire is very annoying, but you know, he's got the overload damage. He's got only 1 point in Precision Aura right now, unfortunately, because of Arteezy's difficult situation, which may get even more difficult, actually. SVG opening up that fight, and he takes a little bit of damage in return, but MSS now coming through with the shards, which will completely block Arteezy, although it's thrown out a little bit off the mark, and now they turn around onto MSS. SVG throws in a stun to try to push back Arteezy a little bit, but Crit is just not even moving, sitting there and right-clicking as the Weaver, support Weaver, mind you, and just crushing Ogres. So Arteezy the bait, and ultimately first blood for EG. I like the move, but really if you're going to make that happen at the perfect timing, you have to make sure that the Drow Ranger has incentive to retreat. And in that particular situation, she didn't have any incentive to retreat. It's like, yeah, 3 heroes are coming at me, but both of them, or 2 of the real threats, are really, really low. And if you look at Broodmother right now, only level 3, as they do rip up Universe on top lane, her right clicks are kind of pathetic. Really, the power of Broodmother is her persistence and her nuking power, which isn't up yet because you don't have any mana. You only have level, at the time, 1 in the spawn Spiderling. So Arteezy really didn't have much to fear of there. So being able to kind of hold his ground and allowing Crit to do the same. Definitely a very potent lane if you give them that chance. Have yet another swap. There are still webs on top lane, though. They do land the double stun to the Undying. He has a lot of stick charges, though, to count to Universe. He has a Soul Rip as well. And they're splitting their attention perfectly between these 2 tanky targets. But for right now, this is the lane setup that EG want. I'm not sure how long that lane setup is actually going to last. This courier probably has a TP. It doesn't, actually. It just has that Soul Ring. So maybe Arteezy is going to get a little bit of this lane after all. But he's still, you know, running against 2 extremely tanky heroes. His supports have abandoned him because they're just out of mana, out of health. So this Drow Ranger is kind of all in it by herself. Crits with Sumail on the spot lane. 2-0-2. At this point in Dota, I would say this is probably like the norm for Beastmaster, simply because Call is kind of a mediocre skill early on. Used to be a lot better at early levels. But this constant shove into the wave is so annoying. Like, he doesn't even have to be spamming axes, and the wave is just going to be never-ending, pushing towards the tower. Although sometimes it's the bad thing, because it makes you go into a much more vulnerable position so that Yawar's rotation can kill you off. Damn, I can't believe this is actually a real game, and all my co-casters left because they thought it was going to be a joke. Again, I don't blame them at all. Like, that's a completely reasonable decision, but yeah, just bad timing. S4 trying to clean out some Spiderlings, gets like 6 gold, who cares, and Resolution does have a level 2 injection. It'll be dodged though by S4, and he will clean up the rest of those spiders. However, can he dodge this? Ogre coming in. S4, just get out of there, man. Get to the shrine, be safe. Maybe they thought he would stick around. SVG is ready with that Fire Blast. For sure that's what he's doing right there. He's just like, click the Fire Blast, just waiting to see someone. S4 makes a good call. Did he eat the shrine fully? Yes, he did. He is going to return, though, into a Tusk. Level 3 Tusk really doesn't want to be playing up against a level 6 Storm. But Storm really doesn't want to be testing him either. Goes right back to the lane, and we'll try to continue this farm. In the meantime, suddenly we have a creep-cutting dual lane, because Arteezy's killing creeps here, and Fly and Crit are killing creeps over here. I have no idea what happened to this top lane. It got sufficiently messed up. They're thinking about going for Universe. They got the bugs on him. Stomp only lands onto the Weaver, though. The tower is aggroing onto Crit. Fly lands a Decay, but no Soul Rip finishing blow. And now Crit's like in the middle of God knows where. I don't know if this Weaver's got to be really patient if he wants to escape. They drop Sumail elsewhere. In the meantime, another movement. Actually, DK is kind of just parked here. Along with that Tusk. Snowball in. With or without the DK inside, you don't really need him if he's got... You don't even need him inside if he's got the Elder Dragon form. So, a nice little rotation. Despite the tankiness of the Beastmaster, that is a little bit surprising they were able to kill him off at all. But now he's got Roar. And Sumail just going to keep on following that Broodmother. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can call this a serious game at least. So, at least we have that going. Arteezy, though, stuck on top lane. There is some help here in the form of the Undying, but up against these three heroes, if any disable lands on Arteezy, he is pretty much just dead. There's the Fire Blast. Shards should be following, completely walling him off. Nice Gust, holding off that Stomp for a little bit. The Undying can only do so much to help out here, though he does have another Decay, Soul Rip, and Tombstone. Killing off an Ogre Magi with that is a tough sell. So another gank onto Arteezy on this top lane. This Drow Ranger net worth is obviously not where she wants it to be, but is mostly... I'm looking for spiders there. Is pretty much the norm, I would say. I feel like most of the time in games, Drow Ranger's net worth is going to be kind of pathetic. Sumail is that a tight wall? That is not a tight wall, it just looks like it. Snowball should get the kill, although here comes help. It's S4 onto Resolution, and with the ball lightning, he'll kill off a couple of Spiderlings, plus the main Broodmother. MSS now trying to get away. We'll see a Courier. I bet Fly wishes he was playing any hero but Undying right now. Unfortunately, he can't really do much. So yeah, they kill off the Beastmaster, but drop the Broodmother for it, and S4 still playing just as seriously as in Game 1. Level 8 on the Storm Spirit, going to go for the Kaya, which is the completely normal build nowadays, and they're going to try to kill off Fly, but this is an Undying we're talking here. He is pretty good at not dying. It's right in his name. And I don't think MSS can do this. If he had more mana / cooldowns, he might be able to, but obviously he's kind of tapped out on both of them. Another rotation. Crit and Arteezy. There is mana to TP out here for Yawar, and no cancels between these two heroes. Not for a very, very long time. This Drow Ranger is just looking for a home. And I'm pretty sure her home is just going to be in the jungle. It's not really ideal, but this seems like how Drow Ranger games go most of the time nowadays. Beastmaster and Storm Spirit, though, should be able to hold down the fort pretty well. As far as space creation heroes are concerned, what is this? Beastmaster is a damn good one. Storm Spirit is not incredibly premium. If you pick your battles very carefully and, have the TPs ready to go when you need them to, then he can do very well. It's just not often we see that actually work the way it should. And, ooh, S4 grabs the kill, takes a little bit of damage from Universe's Double Edge, but not a big deal. He'll back off. Did not get the bounty rune, though, so that feels pretty bad. Will they get this one? It looks like Broodmother not even going to try for it. And now Storm Spirit chugging down a salve, chugging down bottle charges, drinking 2 liquids at the same time. They force out a rotation, but that's pretty much it. All of these moves, every single one, is just trying to get an extra hero off Arteezy's back.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's the only thing they want to do with these. If they get kills for their heroes, great. If not, as long as they're buying space. Sumail. Oh, Roar. Axes will kill off a handful of spiders. Spiders don't really give gold anymore, so not really that huge. Can these two kill off S4? I don't think they can. In fact, they may just be dying here because S4 He's gonna call it quits. He does see Universe. He's able to jump right over that Ice Shard. They're focusing a lot onto the Storm Spirit, mostly because he's, you know, a feasible hero to kill off. He's actually presenting himself in lane. But trying to do it with the Skeleton Crew, that's not quite going to cut it. Again, they don't really have the best answers to Storm Spirit as far as disables are concerned. They're really clunky and really not dependable. They're going to try to go for a little bit of Sumail action. Meh. Arteezy's happy about this. He's like, hey, everyone on my team is getting ganked, but I'm not. So I'm just going to slide down this bottom lane, grab this tower right quick. And Crit actually is working with some value on this Weaver as well. No boots because he's Weaver. Medallion is sometimes all you need. And as this game kind of holds out in this type of game status, actually quite nice for EG. The Drow Ranger for sure needs that recovery time. They have late game almost entirely locked up between a Drow Ranger, a support Weaver, and a Storm Spirit. Like, that combo is just brutal. Not to mention the fact that forward don't really have much late game of their own. Like, DK is pretty good, Brood's pretty good, but they're no Storm Spirit. If Storm Spirit gets a BKB, like, they actually cannot do anything to touch S4 ever. Fly, though, is being mauled by spiders, and Crit's Shikuchi unfortunately cannot kill. You need level 5 Shikuchi for that. I think that would have been enough. What would a level 5? No, level 5 would only be 200 damage if it had another level. That would not have been enough. So it is up to Forward Gaming to be applying the pressure right now. And as they sit back and do, honestly, very little except for try to go for these ganks, EG are just getting closer and closer to that point where they could start 5-manning. Expect this DK to be falling behind in farm. He has the Blink Dagger, so he may still remain competitive. He's able to grab a couple kills, but for right now, it's MSS running into the middle of 3 heroes. Roared, Ball Lightning, and dead in an instant. Tombstone now on the deck. Yawar jumps right in. But I'm not really sure if that's going to be good enough. Although, with the 3-man Breathe Fire, it might just be. S4 is going to fall, and Yawar's holding strong. Sumail's being surrounded, and he's going to drop as well. Off on the backside, it's Universe being run down by Fly and Crit. They will take down a 2-for-2 exchange, but that is one that Forward are more than happy to have, especially since they'll be able to collect Fly on top of it. Crit probably is going to survive here. But damn, that's a clump from EG. Absolutely brutal. Also, I mean, Meme Hammer from Sumail really wants to play with that item today, I guess. Not quite landing in the proper spot. So DK able to get in there and get Breathe Fire onto 3. And of course all of his other tools, the Double Edge and the Centaur coming in with the Blink Dagger. Pretty fresh on that as well. So EG, gotta watch your positioning, especially if you're Crit up against this Blink Dagger. Here comes the Meteor Hammer. It almost did something. Oh, that's a good amount of gold though. That's like 40 gold actually. It always looks a lot more impressive than it actually is. But nowadays, axes on spiders, you still kill them, it just doesn't matter. So a nice fight for sure from the Forward Gaming side, and they're going to continue with it. Yawar once again with the Blink Dragon Tail. Sumail is going to collect a couple spiders before he dies, but he is in fact going to die. That's the way you keep yourself on top of the net worth chart as a DK. Go for that Blink Dagger first, go for that Shadow Blade first. No matter what item you go for, you need to be getting those kills, or you need to be getting like a lot of stacks. That's not going to happen in this game, so you just got to go for the kills. And can they get Crit? Time lapse just before the finishing blow comes in. Here comes a snowball to S4, but again, Tusk has no game up against Storm Spirit. And Crit will scurry away as well. This is everyone and their mom on top side. Actually, no, not everyone. Resolution's still over in mid, and he's putting the screws to Fly. I'm not really sure if this zombie can get out of here. He'll go down. Now, Arteezy having a lot of space to farm and recover is quite nice, but at this point Forward are starting to pick up some steam here. We're going to see Tier 1 tower on mid lane has been dropped. Tier 1 tower on top lane probably will fall shortly. Well, I think the Centaurs have Resolution's number, and so does Sumail. Here comes the hammer and S4. The combo is real, and Resolution will die. As Broodmother, though, whenever you see a Drow Ranger farming seemingly alone, your eyes light up. You go for that kill. Just not doing his due diligence beforehand. And that's the combo. That's why you pick up Meteor Hammer on Beastmaster. It's a very effective combo. I honestly don't know how good it is compared to some other builds he could be going, like, you know, Urn or Blink Dagger or, you know, maybe a little bit of Initiation. I guess that's Blink Dagger, a Shadow Blade. You used to see a lot of auras on Beastmaster. I think that build is kind of just not good anymore because the aura items just aren't that good. Oh, S4, Jebaited Dragon Tail Chain Stun is perfect. And with the multicast to seal the deal, S4 really wanted that rune. He got it, but at a pretty steep cost. Ford Gaming, they were there in full force. But EG, they're looking for another one. Maybe. Here comes the hammer. SVG, don't stand there. And he's standing there. Does drop a nice multicast onto the Undying, but he's going to lose his life. Axe is on the return. Will thin out this resolution turret by a little bit. But once again, Fly really doesn't want to be here. He will help kill off MSS. The blinks come in onto Sumail and onto Crit. Multicast again from SVG. Will get the kill onto Crit, and Sumail now in quite a lot of trouble because Resolution and Universe are right on his tail. Double kill for the Spider. And it looks like all these other zoo animals will probably go down as well. Damn, SVG just got like 3 multicasts in a row. Dude's been practicing his Ogre Magi. Now, Fire Blast is a clunky as hell tool. As far as like stuns are concerned, it takes so long to come out, and it is very, very mediocre as a spell. But when you get multicasts every single time, it's pretty good. It's still slow to come out, but the damage is worth it. The wait is definitely worth it. It did require SVG buyback, so a little bit of gold out of his pocket. Poor Ogre Magi. You know, maybe one day he'll get to level 10 and get some big boy items off of that gold talent, but for right now, he's just walking around, not super poor, actually earned coming out to him. So it's something. Big smoke up though. Sumail really just wants to land the roar on the Broodmother, but he's too slow. That's why you need like a Blink Dagger Shadow Blade type item on Beastmaster. So you can actually get roars every single time. Or I mean, maybe that's not why you need to get that. That's why Beastmasters used to get that, because you are not going to mess up Initiation if you have that item. They're going to completely wreck Roshan, though, with spiders and random creatures to tank. They will secure the Aegis for S4. They also got that Solar Crest on the Weaver, so, you know, maximum minus armor, plus the level 2 Inner Beast aura from Sumail. Arteezy just dishing. So EG grab a pretty easy objective there. Oof. Man, again, that looks so impressive, but it's not that much gold. It's like 50 gold. It's like 2 CS. Who cares? Just throw them in, Resolution. Just throw them in. How much gold is it? Okay, he's gonna get none the first time I actually decide to look at his gold when he's throwing out those axes. So thanks for that. One more time. Oh, that was actually a good. Oh, that was actually a lot of gold. It's close to 100, looks like, but I think he killed a real creep, and now he's gonna get punished, although S4 is gonna come right in. Tries to go for Universe, does pull in the Broodmother, tries to burst down the Spider, but ultimately doesn't get any of them. Snowball coming in towards Sumail, does get one more creep summon out, including a Centaur, stomps up both of them, and the Broodmother, now focused down, although the lifesteal is intense, gonna try to go for S4 instead. That's gonna be the Aegis. Tombstone on the deck, the Spiders will start to stack up. From the back, it's Arteezy, gusts them all back towards his team, and this is gonna be a feeding frenzy here. It'll be Crit, it'll be S4, eventually taking down Universe, and now backing up towards Yawar. A full wipe. That is some positioning from the Drow Ranger. I believe the Shadow Blade was just recently picked up. Just using it to get into a better spot. It is not very often you get to see Gust being used as such a brutal repositioning tool. As you could hear my dog in the background, she appreciated that play from Arteezy. But if you are able to set up for a Gust, god damn it, to push heroes back into your team to prevent their escape, yeah, that's as premium as it gets. Plus, when you're talking about premium, you can't get much better than that for S4. Dumped his entire mana pool in that fight, doing damage, and then Aegis, because that's exactly what it's for, and that's exactly why Storm Spirit is, yeah, probably without a doubt the best Aegis carrier in the game. I can think of no other Aegis carrier that really comes close to Storm Spirit. There are a lot of good ones for sure, but Storm Spirit is at the top. Sumail is on a super secret mission. Shadow Blade is for losers. You don't need that. All you need is invisibility runes. Although I'm not sure if a roar full combo from Sumail is enough to kill off Broodmother. We'll need S4's help or someone's help. A little bit of minus armor can certainly do a lot here. Here comes the roar, and Arteezy's here just machine gun the Broodmother plus S4 coming in. All right, well, Sometimes the enemy Beastmaster just has an invisibility rune. Sometimes that's how it happens. Not much you can do about that as anyone. And the fact that they were able to find the Broodmother of all heroes, that just makes it all the sweeter. And oh no, Tusk, Gust, and once again S4 comes in, but once again it's too late. This is the end result of the past, let's say 7 odd minutes from EG. Yeah, we saw forward gaming, make a couple of plays, kill a couple heroes, but the heroes they killed off were not Arteezy. The heroes they were pressuring were not Arteezy. Like, they may have slowed down S4 just a hair, and we can see it reflected in the net worth right now. He's definitely not where he once was in comparison to the others, but you don't need that. All you need is Arteezy, because Arteezy being fat means everyone else kind of gets fat as well. They can rally around that Drow Ranger, make use of her plus 65 damage, and she's pushing that level 3 ultimate very, very quickly. When, of course, you get to level 20, so you get even more ultimate. So that'll be a level 4 effective marksmanship. It's all about putting eggs into this Drow Ranger. It's all about protecting her. And on that note, forward know that if they're able to shut down the Drow Ranger, okay, well, they were going for her. Unfortunately, you can't quite get her. Sumail, oh, pops the Ghost Scepter, then tries to run with the haste. A good play, if not for the on-demand multicast from SVG. That's definitely the direction, though. They were like, we got the obs in the area. We see a Drow Ranger, beeline, straight towards her, kill her off. That slows down EG a lot. That actually lets us use our Elder Dragon form, our Broodmother, to push something. That stands right now. Forward gaming. Without that, we'll just be split push all around the map. They need to kill off the Stormer Drow. Killing off Sumail is nice. Not quite good enough, though. It is still very possible to kill off the Drow, but in just a little bit of gold for this Weaver. Once you get that time lapse, yeah, I'm not really sure if it's going to be in the cards anymore. And they still are very powerful. BKB on Broodmother should be flying out to her. Yes, it is. It's on the DK as well. But DK, even with Dragon Blood, like, Drow Ranger damage really stacks up high really quickly. And we'll see Resolution. Arteezy is going to start on SVG. And here comes S4 onto Resolution as well. But the BKB is going to protect him. He's going to be just fine. It's Arteezy in a little bit of trouble. Snowball is there. And Resolution's right on top of this Drow Ranger. She's going to go down. S4 has got to bail. He will do just that. Crit will do the same. It'll be a 2-for-1 as they end a 5-kill spree from Arteezy. Yuar collects huge on that. And he doesn't actually even use his BKB. So it's used on Resolution. Completely worth it for sure. If he didn't have the BKB, I'm pretty sure he just dies to S4 on that zip in with the Electric Vortex and whatnot. So EG lose their most precious hero. And 24 seconds is a good window, especially if they're able to get on top of the Storm Spirit. Snowball coming in. Chain stun so far pretty good, but they're running out of stuns. Universe comes in just a little bit too late, and S4 is very far gone. He's just out of there. I don't know how Sumail got another invisibility rune, but he somehow did. And he is stalking the spider, and he has full vision. There's the roar. There's the TP from S4 with the Meteor Hammer extending that stun duration, but it's not in time. The BKB comes up, and now Resolution is going to try to hold it by himself, but Arteezy is in a really defensible position right now. They will force staff out flies. Resolution really just desperately wants to kill off that Undying, and he may eventually get him, but he probably will it'll cost him his life, as S4 is just burning his entire mana pool. Arteezy, under no pressure whatsoever, is just firing into whoever he wants right now, including SVG, including MSS. Resolution is somehow still alive. He's going to try to go for S4, who's very low on mana right now, but it's Arteezy doing all the damage. You are finally going to pop his BKB. With the Dragon Tail, he'll barely do any damage to Arteezy, in fact. Way too much armor this Drow Ranger. Resolution finally goes down as Yuar tries to TP out. The damage is intense, but not intense enough. They will keep Arteezy safe, tucked in just like this corner, where usually you can pretty easily access a Drow Ranger from these angles. But everyone chasing after this Undying, of course having your Broodmother being initiated upon, less than ideal. But that is quite literally the dream scenario for Drow Ranger. She didn't have to move at all. She just literally stood there and attacked everyone who came near her. And if you can do that as Drow Ranger, you're pretty happy. Means your marksmanship aura is on, means your allies are getting that full 83. And zip in for your Yuar. He used his BKB in the last fight. And BKB on DK makes it really, really disruptive. But as we saw before, damage-wise, he is certainly lacking if he's going to try to assassinate the Drow Ranger. This Drow Ranger, because of all this agility, 40 freaking armor. It will be reduced if you take out her marksmanship, so it's not going to be quite that impressive, but damn, that's a lot of physical durability. Sumail with the combo onto Universe. Okay, well, I mean, the combo attempt onto Universe. It's all a ruse, though. They're being sneaky with Arteezy on this bottom lane. He's going to shove it in, while the rest of his goon squad takes down top lane. Aghanim Scepter on Weaver is up, and holy crap, Crit is level 21. He took the EXP gain talent a long while ago. Is he the highest level hero in the game? He's higher than even the Broodmother. God damn it, Crit. He is a high level Weaver. And ultimately just support. Oh, Resolution's dead. Oh, Arcane Storm Spirit. With Bloodstone, with Orchid on the way. That hurts. That hurts a lot. You know, you don't really get to see a support Weaver all that often. Aghanim Scepter is like a non-negotiable, you get that item. Solar Crest is also pretty frequently seen. After that, though, it kind of is up to whatever the situation kind of demands. In this game, it's going to be Crit going for Shiva's Guard, which up against forward is actually quite nice. We can already feel that forward are kind of lacking damage, decreasing their damage even further with that freezing chill aura or whatever it's called. Makes Arteezy all the more safe. Plus, it's just another nuke, and no, they're going to jump in towards War, try to force out that BKB. He's not going to do it. Arteezy is just going to machine gun this tower. Gets the Gust onto MSS and then just 4 staffs out. That's 1 Rax claimed as forward are looking for something. They'll kill the hell out of that bird. That bird did not stand a chance. But once again, this is all a ruse because Arteezy's sneaking down bottom. Yuara's, he's onto him though. He's ready for it. So is Universe. They know that Arteezy broke off. These two might be able to kill off this Drow Ranger with the Dragon Tail and the Hoof Stomp Double Edge. Lots of damage, and the stun duration is like 20 years. Stampede, not going to happen. They all get flattened by that Stampede as the rest of EG disengage away. Into Roche. This is not going to be nearly as fast, though. They still have that minus armor from the Solar Crest, but they have no Drow Ranger here, nor do they have her Aura. The Aura now going to kick in. And that buyback is going to put a hard stop to forward's plans if they want to contest Roshan. Not going to happen. Aegis once again on S4 with Cheese as well. This guy has so much health to work with and only so many stuns to worry about. Oh, Tombstone on the high ground. Perfect placement from Fly. They're going to try to take it down first thing. Arteezy's not in this fight. So this may go sour for EG at least a little bit, but S4 currently is just going to town with the Meteor Hammer landing onto 3, Gust landing onto those same 3, and Sumail delivers in spades. That's going to be an immediate 3 kills. Yawar BKBs, tries to TP out, but the damage is way too high. He gets rooted by the troll who spawned from Sumail's summon, and that's going to be it. EG with the LMAO from Arteezy. This game was definitely a lot more serious, but that last fight, like, it seemed like already forward don't have enough damage to take a meaningful team fight, which already puts them in a pretty bad spot. But Tombstone on the high ground, being able to land a 3-man Gust after a 3-man Meteor Hammer, that's not something you could really answer to any meaningful degree. Even if forward had another 10k, 15k, 20k dropped in